then she thinks everybody after gets upset, then she thinks everybody's after her. Like paranoid schizophrenic.
Tonight, Sonya Massey's mother heard on newly released 911 calls warning her daughter was having a mental breakdown.
And please don't send no combative policemen that are prejudiced, please.
Okay, well, that would be done of them, man. They just do their job, okay?
I'm scared of the police. Please,
okay. There's nothing to be fearful of, man.
The sheriff's office confirms that call came in one day before then Deputy Sean Grayson shot and killed Massey in her Springfield, Illinois home.
I killed you in that. You better I swear to God, I'll shoot you right in your face. Okay, I'm sorry.
It sounds like Sonia's mom was trying to warn authorities, potentially warn your agency. How does that hit you now, knowing what happened?
Well, I haven't heard the tape. I'm certainly concerned. I want our deputies to have all the information they can before they arrive. And so I don't know why that wasn't transmitted.
Sangamon County Sheriff Jack Campbell.
How didn't he hear this information yet? How did the world hear the tapes before this man hear the tapes? I mean, I'm just trying to figure this one out. Aren't you in charge? How is it that the world heard the tapes before you heard the tapes? Aren't you supposed to be investigating? Questions that make you go,
Releasing Grayson's personnel records showing 2 of his past employers said he needed more training. A third advised Grayson did not demonstrate good officer safety skills. The sheriff tonight says he put Grayson through 16 weeks of training, adding Grayson's previous employers, namely Logan County, never informed him of allegations of misconduct, including records show lying about a high-speed chase that violated department policy.
It's unfortunate. We needed the information, and it's a informal process, and it was not provided.
Logan County tonight not responding to our request for comment. Grayson's pleaded not guilty to charges related to Massey's death, his attorney declining to comment. Massey's family is calling on the sheriff who fired Grayson to resign. Will you resign?
I will not resign. I understand the pain that they're hurting, and they want to hold somebody accountable.
I will not resign. Why? Y'all saw the red flags and y'all didn't go deep into y'all searching on this man's background? You failed. You failed as an officer, as a sheriff. You failed. You failed your community.
We are holding somebody accountable. That is Sean Grayson. He did this. He alone did this.
Maggie Vespa, NBC News, Springfield, Illinois.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated.
Sean Grayson wasn't alone. Now, he was just talking about Trump. We're going to get back to him. We're going to get back to the Reverend. Y'all going to finish hearing the rally. But I want y'all to understand what he's talking about because a lot of people hasn't seen it. So for those of y'all that haven't seen it, this is what the Reverend was talking about. I just showed y'all how, he talked about the sheriff that will not resign. And he talked about Trump, and he's going to continue, I think, probably to say some more stuff about Trump when we get back to the video. But this is what he was talking about when it comes to Trump.
So Sonya Massey, someone from Illinois, an unarmed Black woman, was shot the other day in her home by a deputy sheriff. The deputy has since been charged with murder. You've said police would get immunity for prosecution if you win. Why should someone like that officer have immunity, in your opinion?
Immunity?
Immunity.
I don't know the exact case, but I saw something, and it didn't look good to me. It didn't look good to me. Are you talking with the water, right?
Yeah. Well, police unions are not backing this person either. Okay. But again, why would
they're going to be charging the officer? I guess they're charging the officer.
So why should he receive immunity?
Well, he might not. I mean, it depends. It depends on what happens. I'm talking about people that are much different cases than that. We need people to protect ourselves. And by the way, in Chicago, as an example, a few weeks ago, July 4th weekend, they had 100.
Pete, he's avoiding direct question about Sonya Massey. He isn't answering the question, and he will not answer the question. I want y'all, let us shorty know. Do y'all notice that he doesn't answer the question? I mean, he'll answer anything else, but why not about the immunity on the police department when it comes to the Sonya Massey?
117 shootings and 17 deaths. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. We need to have our police officers have the respect and dignity back. In this particular case, I saw something that didn't look good to me. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
So
He didn't like it. He didn't like it at all. That's all Trump is saying. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Okay. What are we going to do about the police immunity? Are you going to still be down with that? After what just happened to Sonya and Massey, do you believe that officers still need full immunity after the protection they got? Because trust me, police officers got some type of protection. And listen, I learned that shit the hard way when this judge threw that shit in my face about the teachers having the same rights, right, as police officers got, as judges got, and as lawyers. When she threw that shit in my face and I looked at her like, oh, because y'all got those rights, my son doesn't have a right to defend himself against a teacher. But lady, she put her hands on my child. You see what I'm saying? You see? I'm just trying to put an example. So you plan on giving all these officers that already are protected full immunity, huh? Okay.
can you get a little more specific back to the immunity question? Who would make those
Well, right now,
distinctions?
for the most part, people are protected by their unions, by their police unions, or by their police departments. But I'm saying if I felt, or if a group of people would feel that somebody was being unfairly prosecuted because the person did a good job maybe with crime or made a mistake, an innocent mistake. There's a big difference between being a bad person and making an innocent mistake.
Blessings, John the
If somebody
Baptist.
made an innocent mistake, I would want to help that person.
What would those exceptions be?
Blessings, John the Baptist. Thank you for your comment. Thank you.
What would determine
You
an
go
innocent
after
mistake?
somebody and it's a very close call and it's very dangerous. And, you know, they have the policeman's life and woman is a very difficult thing because sometimes you have less than a second to make a, life and death decision. And sometimes very bad decisions are made. They're not made from an evil standpoint, but they're made from the standpoint of they made a mistake.
4 different hacks that you could implement today. You get more followers.
Do y'all believe that he answered the question? Right now, a lot of people are debating if Trump answered the question or not. I don't think he answered the question. I know that he doesn't like the officer, this certain officer. He don't like what he saw, I know that part. But the question is, after what happened to Sonya Massey, will he still give officers full immunity? It's a simple yes or a no. That's what a lot of people really want to know. Let me see. Where was I? Right